I want to talk about something that has gained a lot of attention this week, and it's definitely not a new thing, but it's been getting a lot of attention recently, and that is this whole phenomena of AI girls or AI women or AI could you even say influencers? That sounds so strange.
Yeah.
Say.
Yes.
And a lot of these photos have been popping up all over social media, and it's interesting because you can't really tell.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's very interesting.
There was
Like
a
you look,
video one I saw. I couldn't even really tell unless I was super paying attention. I would have thought it was a real woman.
Well, aren't their
Is
like
this
fingers
why-
messed up or something? Like their fingers look weird. That's how
Right.
you
And
can
Yeah, let
tell.
me
sometimes the
find-
animation's a little fuzzy.
I'm gonna go to my Twitter. There was a tweet that I retweeted. That was a good example. Oh, it's X. No wonder I can't recognize anything. Okay. This is from Shu. In the world of AI models is here. It's so over for women. We simply can't compete. And we have someone who looks exactly like a Kardashian. Like
Yeah.
the hip to waist ratio is like that is
Yeah.
unattainable.
Ridiculous.
in a world where BBLs are extremely common, it's feasible that a woman would have a figure like this.
Right.
With enough
enough surgeries
no.
Well, and some Facetune and stuff. Like there,
Sure.
yeah,
There's
that
a
waist
lot
is,
of filler. Like the hips
Right.
and the waist, I don't think can exist with that like rib cage either.
right, but it is possible she could have had a BBL. She could have had some added on.
those
here,
those silicone injections.
well, BBLs where you get the fat from your middle taken out and put into your ass.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
think you'd have to have some
gross.
ribs removed for that to happen.
But this is not completely like this. You could look at this and go, okay, this is possible, right? But it's tricking a lot of people. And you look at these comments, like all these guys are like beautiful, gorgeous, hearts galore. Nobody is going, hey, wait a minute, do you have a rib removed? Do you have
And look, the profile pictures are mostly old dudes.
Yeah.
that's who I feel for. It's like the guy in Nigeria that was scamming all of our grandmas,
Right.
10 years ago. Now we have AI women who I feel like are going to come after our dads. So none of these guys have any sense whatsoever. Same
Dude,
thing.
they know that Project Melonie was an avatar and there's a man running that avatar, and they gave her
Who's
so
that?
much money, dude.
It was a like a little anime looking 3D where you could move and she would move just the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was on Twitch and Chatterbait too, which was weird because she had a dildo in the background on Twitch, and there's like kids in there.
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't know about that part.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was so fucking weird.
disturbing.
The dudes know and they love it. I'm telling you, they're so awkward now that they like it, and it's really concerning because these dudes don't care. Like they know. And I'm
Well,
like,
I think a part of it is they don't they know they can't reach that maybe the level of that type of girl, so this is like their only way to get that.
Right.
they're so awkward and constantly, what's that thing they use? Chronically online, that they cannot talk to people. It's crazy to me. Like, it is wild.
I think it's fine if a guy knows, okay, this is an AI, this is not a real person. Like, do with your money whatever the fuck you want. But I just fear that people will have like, I don't know, a relationship, or that you're going to be distracted from a real relationship.
No, they are.
And you'll be
It's degeneracy. It's going to ruin their lives. I don't
Yeah.
I don't see in any capacity how this could be healthy.
It's
Ultimately, at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. So go for it. But I think that there's any positive outcome that could be had out of it? No.
No. Because at least if they're funny, maybe sure, but like they're having,
if you're just
like relations, like actual simping, like it's not gonna
Well,
help
there was
you.
a dude, okay, on my Twitch that gave Project Melonie a lot of money, and I didn't like mentor him, but I like would message him, and I'm like, dude, they don't do this. You're gonna be sitting in your basement and not talk to anyone ever again, and you're gonna be attached to this fake thing, and you're gonna just sit there and ruin your whole life and never go experience anything. So I like gave him like tips, and I set him up like a dating profile. I'm like, dude, you will find someone. Don't do this. He was spending so much money. I'm like, it's not real. It's not real.
How much money was he spending?
What's that?
How much money was he spending?
I think it was like $2,000 within like 3 or 4 times she was online.
Oh my goodness.
That is
Well,
for nothing. For
and
nothing.
it's probably giving that money to a dude. That's the thing.
It is a dude that runs Project Melody. I'm like, that is a man that did that. They're controlling her. Most of them are men. Like they're not actually girls.
At least Pokemon's a real girl.
Yeah, exactly. Like, God, at least give it to a human that you could see. I don't know. I think it's going to be really bad because they don't want to even try to talk to real people at all. So this is just going to be great for them. Like the Amaranth thing, like people are going to be addicted to it and they're not ever going to go outside again, ever.
Well, it's an addiction. Just like think of things like alcoholics and people who are addicted to gambling, all that kind of stuff. They go so far down that degenerate path that they're just entrenched in it. And they need help.
They're never going to leave their house. They're going to be. Did you ever see that meme that what the gamer is going to look like in 20 years? Like,
Yes.
Like, dude, that is going to be them. Like,
I will say this one looks a bit more real, but the previous one.
This looks more like a woman who space tuned herself.
Right.
If that was
But this is like
woman, she would never have time to hang out with you because she'd just be working out every second of the day to look like that.
The arms give it away though, because she has such a fit like tummy that like I'm surprised her arms aren't like
and
toned.
her arms don't
could
have
be
muscle tone.
naturally kind of lean and just have implants because
and her hair looks like a Snapchat filter.
True.
Definitely.
True.
The head looks fake, but
and same thing. I surrender. I love you, my queen. I walk with you. Challenge accepted.
Wow.
I think a lot of them are like from India, so they don't know. Like
Bob and machine. This guy down here. Which balls are you playing with? That's great.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Classic.
Wait, they don't ever answer any of the comments, like ever. The AI.
They do
thing?
sometimes. And here's the thing about this though. Is that, they can be as creepy and gross as they want. And these are AI girls. They're not going to clap back like a real woman would.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Which men love. Men don't love a sassy retort,
It's not like you're ever going to like meet her and touch her, like hug her. Like it's not. It's like maybe you can meet the fat guy that's controlling her and give him a nice big hug.
But the scary part is like with AI too, you can have like VR and electronics that can simulate stuff like that, And
Right.
that's I don't know. The hole that once you go down there, you probably can't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that like they're being marketed. Like I saw one advertisement or something that said it was boasting that like the AI is always available. So like if they need to like talk to their fake girlfriend, like it'll always be there at any time. It can respond at like 3 a.m. when you're having a mental health crisis or whatever, the feminized men are dealing with, or they feel overwhelmed and they need to talk to like their AI girlfriend.
You also can't I understand it's so easy to just put men into a box of like you're a loser, you're an incel. Honestly, I can really see and I have like sympathy for people who maybe their wife or girlfriend just died. Maybe they were brutally broken up with or divorced and they're like, I can't handle getting back out there. And maybe subbing to an OnlyFans girl or maybe chatting with a AI bot, if that's what they're aware of, helps. It's sort of like it's a band-aid. Like, all right, I know it's not what I should be doing long term, but like, all right, I'm just crank a couple out and I'm not ready to put myself out there again for my heart, but like for now, this is what I kind of can understand that. I do too.
I understand that. I just don't want them to like revolve their entire life around that thing. Like I feel like they'll just get addicted to it and then not stop and go meet a real person again.
I mean, what's better is there's a video on YouTube of Batman, like an AI voice of Batman talking guys through their porn addictions and helping them get over it. Watch that instead.
Yeah, watch that.
Really?
Yes, I need to find it. It's like
okay, I found it.
okay, Batman
maybe I can
talks
play
you through your porn addiction.
Maybe I could play a teeny tiny snippet of this. That is such an interesting concept.
I honestly am a fan.
Hey, it's
this
worth
is
a shot,
base.
man.
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
base.
goodness.
Is there? I hope there's nudity in this. No, it looks fine.
I understand that quite a few of you out there are dealing with a pornography addiction. If you are struggling,
Oh my
I want you to
god.
know that you have my support and that I'm here
Really?
to help you
Great.
through
Thanks,
this.
Batman.
Recognizing that you have an addiction is the first step towards recovery.
Okay. How do
It
I?
takes courage to admit it, and
How
I
do-
commend you for
How
that.
do I know I'm addicted though?
Remember that just because you have an addiction, it doesn't make you a bad person. We're human,
What?
and humans are prone to making
Okay,
mistakes.
what makes somebody addicted though? Is that a subjective term?
I think it is.
It's uncontrollable urges where you like if you're doing it in
It's
inappropriate
affecting
times.
their day-to-day
Yeah.
life, their quality of life. But there's certain things that I don't think are healthy in moderation, and I think this is one of them. It just rots your brain.
Yeah, it does.
That's like saying, oh, meth in moderation. It's like there's certain things that you can't do in moderation, and I think this is one of
Right.
them. I mean, even the Bible says like sexual sin, you're sinning against your own body. That's why it's such a particularly bad sin. It's get involved
like,
in
It
that.
changes your brain. It gives you literal
Yep.
brain damage. They've done
Yep, it
studies.
does.
It does. Just being exposed to it once.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, but I don't know if this is comparable, but like I know the feeling where I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling stressed. I'm just gonna go to my little friend in the drawer, plug it in, fire it up, crank. Let me crank one out really quick, and I can get back to work with a clear mind.
Oh
Like
my
if that's,
god.
I,
A little bit more
if that's at
relaxed.
all comparable, if that's at all comparable, like I get that because you start thinking about it, you're like, yeah, like that. It's like a craving. It's like and that's it. I'm not trying to be gross about it. And I know ideally I should be moving towards like I would love to not need it at all.
Well,
And there's
think
I guess
about it like a food craving too. You can
Yeah.
it's like a mind over matter maybe.
it's
I think
but
if
it's
you're
I
just
don't
walking
need
in a grocery store and you're craving it and you have to go home at that minute to do it,
but
then it
I
might
don't
be a
need to
problem.
look at anything. I don't need to look at
Mhm.
anything. I just use the old imagination, okay?
Me too. I don't look at anything.
I think about firemen sliding down poles. I think about cops
Oh
going
my
to I think about cops suiting up. I think about all sorts of men in uniform, postal workers, people
All right,
who
Frank, step it up now.
you know,
You got to be
Anybody
cosplay
really-
too.
it takes so little to turn me on. Even someone, just the idea of someone clocking in for work on time is enough to get me moist
Yeah.
down there. So I don't need to look at porn or J.C. Penney catalogs. I turn on a vanilla candle. I put on some Michael Bublé, and
You know,
I'll
what's
just
ironic is if you use this
Yeah.
Batman video for material.
Yeah.
yeah.
Chrissy, do you need like 10 minutes?
I bet you someone
We
did.
got you.
I think of scenarios. I think of like dates that I would like to have
Oh
happen.
my
Like it doesn't even have to be like something like graphic or sexual. I don't know. Sometimes I'll just think about my day. Sometimes I'll just like
Oh my God.
think about I will sometimes just think about my goals. I'll be like, what do I want to accomplish
you
before
just
the end of the
turned
year?
on?
No, it's like, well, here's the thing. It's like you get lazy because the machine does everything. You just put it on to the number 3 setting and
Yeah.
let nature take its course. And it's like you could think about something, sexual. I mean, that's what's bad about it.
Wait,
Is
do you
like,
use like a Hitachi?
of course,
Me
LeeAnn.
too.
Yes.
I
it's-
don't, I don't like the
I don't
weird
even have to.
looking ones. They're weird and veiny, and I don't like it.
I know, like that's always my, all right. Next year I'll try to not need my vibrator, and for Lent I'm gonna give up my vibrator. All right, let me try to go a month, and then that's just a month I don't come. So I will work on it. It's something I want to not need, but if we can compare it to porn, I understand the desire to be like, ugh, I would just it is kind of like an itch. It's like
Just
a
remind yourself microplastics are bad for you.
There you go.
I mean, it's not leaving microplastics behind, I don't think.
You never know.
This is an interesting somebody in the chat said, how is that different than an AI girl? Because if men are this is interesting, because if men are predominantly visual, right, and they visuals turn them on and can get them where they need to go. I really just I'll think of scenarios. I'll just think of ideas and shit, but it's the sensation, like that's what gets me there. So is it the same as an AI girl? Because it's like it's something fake. It doesn't involve another human being, and it gets you where you need to go.
Yeah, your Tachi isn't talking to you, and like you can't just talk to it, and I don't know. That's not how it works.
That was the talking model was like $500
Yeah,
more.
it doesn't
Like,
talk back.